forgot to unmute. Good morning, good morning. How is everyone today? I see Tea Leaf has already joined us. Did you get the email? I read your story. It was so fascinating. Just need some clarification. So I hope you got it. I hope my edits were useful. I'm glad you are already writing today. Oh, hold on. I am not muted. I was like, I hear something. Oh, wait, it's me. Where am I coming from? My other computer. Yay, and Tea Leaf did get it. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so glad you are already writing. How was your birthday? Did you have a great time? Good. I can't. Can I do that? I don't know. I'm old. We never did hearts when I was a kid. Look, I have short, stubby thumbs. I can't make the. I can't even reach an octave on a piano. But I do have coffee this morning with new creamer. I bought some of the almond joy creamer this time. Yummy, yummy. Coconut and chocolate. Makes me happy. Oh, I could not walk again this morning, but I did buy this. So hopefully I can get myself motivated to get my behind out there. I'm going to try really hard. And birthday was okay. Just went out with family. My boyfriend's grandmother has a birthday on the same day. We all ate and went shopping. I mean, that sounds pretty fun. One of our members of our book club, she said for her birthday in October, she's going on a trip all by herself, solo, no kids, no husband, just relaxing. I'm like, that sounds amazing. So, what you want for your dream birthday changes, right? Changes as your circumstances do. Uh, yeah, I kind of broke my book buying ban. I shall be punished on my TBR game this month. Assuming I read any books. I've only read 3 books this month. I'm choosing too many thick. No, 4. Sorry, I've read 4 books this month. It's sad. So sad. I've got to finish this Aurelium readathon, or I'll be very upset with myself. Right? Insanely jealous indeed. Sounds incredible. She has activities planned, but solo activities, just her. I'm like, oh, sounds like a dream come true. Um, yes, yes, it was my most recent video, the Pop Sugar one. So that's why I haven't started it yet because I have to wait till October, right? Because Pop Sugar, for me, my repurposing of it doesn't start until October. So, yep, very excited. There's Alicia. Hello, hello, good morning. Getting breakfast, pulling up docs, and I may have to deal with the HVAC people doing a maintenance check this morning. We shall see when they show up. All right, we will cross our fingers. They don't show up till after 11 your time. Cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. After 11, but before you have to pick up the kids. Okay. Uh, so, what do you say? You ready to start this? I finally made a breakthrough in my story on Saturday, so it was really nice. I actually left the house, went to a cafe, got some writing done there, and it was like, oh, that's what I was doing wrong. So hopefully I can really bust through the story today. And I am at, for accountability's sake, oh no, that's not my story. Where is it? I am at 2,107 words. So I will write that down. 2107. All right, so 2107 words, and we shall see where we get. Alicia said, I will be reading or gaming after writing sprints this week because I'm feeling a little burnout from the events. Yeah, that sounds fair. Yeah, I need just some time to relax a bit. I get that. Alicia, kiddos start their after school program today, so I don't have to get them until 3:15. Ooh, after school programs are the best. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's start our first sprint. I almost hit stop streaming. I'm not tired, I swear. And here we go. Excuse me. And there is our first sprint. How did everyone do? Taking that Saturday to just think about the story has really helped me. I got in 500 words. So that is not so bad. I'll take it. I should get this story written in no time now. I have a couple more problems to work out. That's about it. And there was lots of chatting. Lots of chatting. Let's see. Let's see. Alicia says the kids are doing it's a Lego after school program. That sounds so fun and so right for your family. I just think that's awesome. There's Lego competition teams where they can build things for competition. We had a Girl Scout Lego team where they actually went and competed. It's pretty cool. Let's see. And Tea Leaf is stopping the stream would have been very funny, though. I mean, it would have been funny for y'all. I would have been very frustrated with myself. But luckily, I hit the right button. Miracles do happen. Let's see. And Dharma joined us. Good morning, Dharma. Good to see you. Dharma says that they're doing audio editing this morning, chapter 7 of 49. I have a few others already recorded, but unedited. Might record a few more this morning. Excellent, excellent. I don't know how your voice works in the morning. As you can see, mine's not doing so good. And I'm awake. Christina says, good morning, Kelly, and all you beautiful time pirates. I can't do a pirate accent, sorry. And she says, remember to hydrate and feed thyself, do all those important things, save progress, which I did do. I did not take my meds, though. So I guess I can get on that. And let's see, Alicia says, ahoy, Christina. Tea Leaf, I was wondering why Christina was angry, and then I remembered we have a theme now. You're like, why are you saying arg? Oh, wait. I know, I'm sorry. I haven't themed up the background yet. I just haven't had time, but I will. I assure you I will. At least I did, Christina, get your book all packaged, so it will go out in the mail. When I'm done with this, I'm going to run out and deliver the stuff that I had to pack up. So your book is on its way, along with the cards and the bookmarks and the signed and all the cool stuff. So you will have an awesome short story collection coming your way. Thank you for being part of the Shore Leave Book Club. For anyone else interested, please join us. We will be reading book 2 in the Misplaced Mercenary series. Blow out the candle when you leave. So if you haven't read book 1 yet, grab that. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read them for free. They are on there. So you can also order them from even your local bookstore if you just want to get a copy. If you want to support the little bookstore, your indie bookstore, and you still, like paperbacks, like I do. Where were we? Still haven't taken my med. They're in my hands. Let's see. Alicia, quick, I need a male name. Never mind, I got one. I'm using Jacob for now. And Dharma says, Aaron. Alicia says, ooh, Aaron's a good one. Changing it now. Thank you. Alicia, I don't know why I drew a blank when I was thinking names. I do it all the time. Right now, my witch is just called Witch. But then I think I have her name now. I like Mabel. Mabel's like an old-fashioned name that's making a comeback. So I kind of like Mabel. Yeah, we definitely all do that. I just put in, something to take its place. Eyebrows. I had one character just named Eyebrows until I finally came up with the name. Yeah, see, Dharma says, I do the same. It's all good. Christina says, morning, Alicia. Christina says, hi, Tea Leaf. Not angry. Well, maybe a little for the sun rising so darn early. I mean, if you'd go to bed on time. I say that, and I also cannot go to bed on time. I found myself yesterday just scrolling through YouTube. And I don't mean watching videos or YouTube shorts. I just mean your front page where it says, it gives you videos. It suggests that you watch. I was just scrolling through that. That tells you my brain was already shutting off, but I could not move from my desk to my bed. It's just... brains are our enemies. I don't care what anyone says. Tea Leaf says, I'm also suddenly realizing that I forgot to send the short story to the other people. Oh no! Who gave their email addresses, so I'll probably do that later today. Sorry, y'all. Yay! Send it out. Get it out. Alicia, I got a little distracted by that 125 words. Yes! Alicia, says, morning to tea leaf. I have plans for today: writing, video editing, maybe filming, and reading lots of reading. Yes, read lots of reading. I would like to do that too. But now I have to start my new project. So I've now had a couple days off from, editing, and now it's time to do that. So this one's a proofread. This one will take a little longer because I have to be more careful with my reading. I have to see all the little details. And if it's a good book, which of course it's a good book because this is one that we are publishing, it's a new horror book. And so as I go through it, I always get distracted with just reading it because I didn't dev edit it, so I haven't read it yet. And so I'm reading like, wow, this is good. I'm like, oh, dang it. I was supposed to be like, looking for stuff. So then I have to go back to the top and make darn sure. Because we see things when we're reading, right? But when you're proofreading, you have to really pay attention. So it's a completely different kind of beast. Which is why I always recommend do not use the same editor. Don't use your dev editor as your proofreader. Because you want a fresh set of eyes on it for proofreading or copy editing. Let's see. So far, no HVAC person. Yay! I'm going to get this writing done. Oh, come on. Stop doing that. Tea Leaf, I have to grapple with this idea that Kelly has given me of getting rid of the entire opening scene and shuffling important info. I'm scared of it, but intrigued. We just need to be more clear about what's happening. That's all. That's all. Because the way you've built the world is cool as hell. But I need to be able to see it better. So I like that. Good morning, Charles. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. And Alicia says good morning. Darwin says Mabel, as in Only Murders in the Building. Yes, her name's Mabel too. See? Mabel it is. I'm telling you, it's an old person's name that's making it come back. Alicia, I didn't want to keep calling him the gentleman. Yeah, see? That's what I do for a while until I'm like, no, I need a name. Christina, hey, go to bed on time. My time just does not coincide with the sun. I love it. But when you have a kid that has to go to school, hey, you're almost done. Then you can make whatever darn hours you want, right? See? Tea Leaf, I always call them something ridiculous like Jim Bob or Joe Billy or something. See, what makes it easier to search and replace later, right? That's actually a very smart way to do it, Tea Leaf. Because later on you could just, search and replace Jim Bob with, Aaron, and then just replace all of it all at once. And nothing else in that manuscript is going to say Jim Bob like that, right? So it's not a bad plan. Charles, cleaning and then shopping for some improvement stuff. Excuse me, for home improvement stuff this morning before work, listening to The Gate, The Girl, and the Dragon as I go. Ooh, that sounds fun. And Christine says, hi, Dharma, and hi, Steve. Aren't you all in the same house? Which makes me funny because my husband's usually upstairs working and I'm downstairs working, so we tend to talk on Discord. He's down here. Dharma, I use Red Adept Editing, and they have separate line editors and proofreaders. Perfect. Yeah, you really need separate ones, man. You need fresh eyes. That's very smart, Dharma. Christina, Steve is going to Hobby Lobby for the home improvement stuff. Oh, so home decorating stuff. I like it. I mean, it is Halloween time. I do love Halloween. We used to put an entire cemetery in the front yard, like cobwebs, and there's a gate around it. There's a fence around it. We put orange lights in the fence and the cobwebs, and it was really cool. All the decorated tombstones. Some of them we totally stole from Disney, and some of them we just found and bought them, right? And so we had all kinds of tombstones in there. It was so much fun. But quite frankly, I'm just out of time. My time for doing those kind of fun things is quite limited at this point. Christina, yes, but he's way over there. Yeah, see, I get it. Alicia's laughing. Tea Leaf, until an editor sees Jimbo and they're like, who? Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, if you miss one, you got to make sure you search and replace all of them. Let's see, Alicia, I need to pull out my decorations this week. Yes, it's time. It was always more important with the kids, right? So we prioritized it. But at this point, they're young adults, so they don't even go to Halloween parties they don't go to many parties. My kids are kind of like us, so They like to go hang out with friends, but not go to parties. So they don't even really dress up much. They dress up when they go to Ren Fair. So, Tea Leaf, I always wanted to be one of those people. What, that decorate for Halloween? I mean, it was really cool. The cemetery was so much fun. I still have the stuff because I just couldn't toss it. So we'll see. Maybe I will put it up this year. Who knows? Charles says, indeed, she often goes to bed on time. It may, however, take several hours before her brain shuts off enough to sleep. This I also understand. That I understand very well. Yep, 100%. All right. Why does that say 29 minutes? What happened there? All right. Here we go. Done with our break. Ready for our second sprint. Let us make the magic happen. I'll see y'all in 30. And that is our second sprint. Moving right along. I even named everyone. So everyone has a name now. Look at that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I have a Mabel, a Winter and Summer, Grimace, Grimoire, Heidi, Tyndall, Bergam, Ron, and Alina. Look at that. I got them all. I got them all. So how many words so far? So my total for the day, it's hard for me to do per session. So total for the day right now is 780. So very excited. Almost hitting 3,000. About to get this baby wrapped up. Except not really, because a good 1,500 of those words are words that I just typed to figure out the story. So it will be, when I'm done, this will probably be about 8,000 to 9,000 words. And then I'll delete all the stuff I wrote to figure out the story. And then go back and go through the story and then get it down to 5,000. So, yay, very excited. Christina said, actually, Charles is going to get some self-adhesive felt sheets at Hobby Lobby. He's going to Hobby Lobby to stick on the bottom of some shelves so we can slide them without scratching the floor. Oh, nice. Or having to lift them every time. Yeah, that would be annoying. Yeah, nope, makes sense to me. So it really is home improvement. I mean, but if you happen to stop by the Halloween stuff, you know, I'm thinking I have all these Christmas rugs or mugs. I should get a really big Halloween one. I think that would be cool. Have mug per season. That would make me happy. I need these really big ones. So, let's see. Yeah, Alicia and Tea Leaf are ready for that sprint. And Ren joined us. Hello, hello. Good morning, Ren. Working on a research assignment. Excellent. I hope you get some good work done during our body doubling sprints in the morning. Alicia, those are fun names. Thank you. Thank you. I kind of like them. They work. They sound different. That's an important thing to remember, right? Except Grimace and Grimoire, which the one's a cat and one's a crow. Which, by the way, I changed it from a raven to a crow after I did more research. Crow's personality is going to fit better for what I'm doing. Those two are kind of right because they both have the grim, but they are such different animals, and these are real words. It'll make it pretty easy to keep them apart. But the rest of them, I made sure they had all different sounds, so they went well together. It's important. So you'll see some authors like go through the alphabet with names because it gets confusing. You want to make sure that they are different enough that people can tell the difference in the names. They don't get confused. We don't have faces, right? Like when you're watching a movie or a TV show to keep it straight. So the names are part of that what draws the image to your head if you're one of those people that sees images. If not, you still have to see the name and make sure you know exactly who it is as you're going along. And Christina said hi to Ren. And yay, good job, Kelly. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Tea Leaf agrees with Alicia. Fun names. Thank you. Alicia wrote another 115 words, and total for the day so far is 234. Nice. Tea Leaf, I was very distracted with editing the short story a little, so not many words that time. That's all good. It's all still work. Work is work. You're still working on writing. Good job. Alicia, that would be fun. A mug per season, right? I think that would be fun too. So I think, well, I need 2 per season though, because I'm always like drinking one and washing one. I'm not very good about making sure I wash it every day. Let's see. And Christina loved the Halloween stuff, is why I'm not allowed to join him on this trip. I love that. Can relate. Tea Leaf, however, I changed my mind and I'm just going to email it out to the others on the Discord so I have more time to think about it all. Yep. Makes sense to me. Christina, really want to go though. He told me I can't go because I have to chat, but I know the real reason. Oh, he's using me as an excuse. I like that. He's like, no, you have a duty. Sorry, honey, you're at work. Oh, I love it. If you heard me say earlier that your package, it's all packed and labeled and ready to go. So when I'm done with sprints and stuff, I will run out and get that stuff delivered. Unless my son, his business ships things all the time, so he might be able to take it with him and get it shipped. So that it's very convenient. It's very convenient when your kids work a job that makes your life easier. And Christina says, good job, Alicia. And Tea Leaf, I want to encourage you to look up the definition of a hamadryad. I'm stressing a bit because you're not the first person who is confused, and so I need some time to figure it out with word count and all. Yeah, I'm telling you, you can take the terms and use them any way you want. And you didn't say hamadryad in your thing, you just said dryad. And dryad is usually known as a fae. It is a tree fae, but it's still an actual fae. So that is the traditional understanding of that term. You can use the term any way you want, but you have to very clearly define it for your story. So that's what you want to do. That's all. People reuse terms all the time to be whatever they want it to be, but you have to clearly define it so that when we go through, we're like, this is what I think this is. And if you're like, no, 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 this is what this is in this world, you have to tell me. Otherwise, I'm always going to go back to this is what I think this is. Right. So that's all you have to do. That's part of the writing. You have to convince me that what you are telling me is real. That's your job. Let's see. And Christina, yes, I heard excited for it. Yay. Chris Tea Leaf, arg. Arg, ahoy, matey. We got your cargo loaded and strapped. Exactly. It's loaded and strapped. It just needs to leave the harbor. That's exactly it, Tea Leaf. I love your analogy. It's perfect. I know it's a little stressful because the story does need some changing, and that is the stressful part. But how many times have you done this, right? We're all have been there. So this is all a learning process. So it's all good. It's all good. You have till October 15th. Just take some time. Needs to be clearly defined. That's all. I love your first lines though, so I understand so well. So well. Story of my life. You can ask all the authors that I edit, they'll let you know. I also will never lie to you, so that's what you're getting from me. Hi, Babe.
Hi. It's time to work.
It's time to work. Apparently, I have to go to Hobby Lobby. I need a Halloween mug.
That scares me.
He just said that scares me. Charles can relate. Mm. Okay, well, if that's what the definition is, because obviously I didn't look it up just now, dies when the tree dies, then that doesn't, these trees were alive. So it's still, I'm still very confused. I'm still very confused. So, I mean, that's even a cooler thing. So that is the Fae, right? So it's a nymph, which, Western Europe will call Fae at this point. Same kind of thing. See, Christina backs me up, Kevin. I need one. I need one. Right? It's just not right. It's just not right. I'm gonna have to go get one. And then I should, just get General Fall one too, so I can use it after Halloween. So, we need to get this. We need to make it happen. All right. I don't know. I had a very, very busy weekend, but I also had a very, very successful weekend, as in got a lot of work done. So I'm feeling nicely focused. I'm just feeling bad about only reading 4 books this month. I mean, 3 of them were over 500 pages, so that probably has something to do with it. And then, 4 over 400 pages or over 500 pages. And then my audiobook is also 600 pages long. So if we're doing page counts like Nicole does, where she does the 3,000 words in a month, I mean, I'm pretty close to that. but I have my book trying to read the books I own, right? So that's more about books than page count. All right. All right. Here we go. Our last sprint of the morning. And we shall go about the rest of our day, which for Alicia is video games. And I'm very jealous about that. Well, and the HVAC person. So, all right. Alicia says, I need to figure out the purpose of the gentleman, so I'll be fleshing out that in our next sprint. Excellent. You got this. You got this. All right. Here we go.
right, that's it. Third sprint in the books. I got a little distracted on the last one looking up apple trees. I didn't need to, but I felt like I needed to. What can I say? It happens. All right, let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I need a mug with pirates. You're right, Christine. I need a mug with pirates too. Yes, just for the time pirates and one with the turkey. Yeah, I see where you're going, Christina. I think you're brilliant. I think I definitely do. I need Easter bunny. I need spring flowers. A beachy one. Oh, I totally do. This is a requirement now. It's part of the stream. It's just gonna be part of the thing. I totally need those. Let's see. And tea leaf. Yeah, it's a being that's in two places. Talk about the dryad. Um, in two places at once, kind of. It's a tree and something else that can walk around. It can phase in and out of itself. Yeah, that's very confusing. So it is hard to describe. Because if it phases in and out of itself, if it phases out of the tree, then it can't be the tree anymore. Then the tree should be gone. Right? So it can't be the tree. Otherwise, when it phased out of the tree, there would be no tree there because now it's phased into this being. And then it can phase back into a tree. Right? Like literally into a tree. So it is hard to explain. They've got to be two separate entities or at least a detachable part of it. And in that case, that's how I would describe it. Like it could be the soul of the tree, that every tree has a soul and the soul can leave the tree. You can describe it that way. Do you see what I mean? You just have to describe it. Nothing wrong with what you want to do. It just has to be described in a way so the reader gets it. That's all. Let's see. And Alicia HVAC 30 minutes. Yeah, we talked about that. It's perfect timing. So it's the last sprint in all the ways. Tea Leaf says that's honestly incredible timing on their part. It really is. It really is. Christina, I know dryads can leave their trees, but they usually have to stick close to them. Yeah, the traditional dryad, that's exactly the way that the normal everyday person would see it. The way it would be written in urban fantasy is exactly like that, Christina, which is the first place people's minds are going to go. You might just want to call them tree spirits and not use the word dryad at all. And then Christina has more stuff about dryads in there. I like to look things up. Me too. Me too. It gets so distracting though, like the apple trees I just looked up. Kelly's right. People use the same names for the different fae to mean whatever they want. So you just have to show what you mean. Yep, exactly. Exactly. What you are thinking. Honestly, my intention now is when the story doesn't make it into the collection to expand it just a wee bit to better explain the story. I mean, you could do that too, right? So it's perfectly acceptable. I recommend writing the story completely beginning to end, ignore word count until it makes sense, until it all works. You have a flow through and storyline. Take every word you need to tell it. Once you do that, then you go back and start trimming. Like I said, I have at least 1,500 words I'm taking out of this, guaranteed. Right? But they're words that I had to write so that I understood the story and the characters in a way, excuse me, that I can then explain it to the reader in a compelling way that they want to keep reading. So it's one of those as you learn to write and actually produce stuff, there's a lot more writing behind the scenes that doesn't actually end up in the final product. But it's what colors the final product and makes the final product, well, readable. Let's see. But the big thing is that they aren't ghosts. The MC just calls them ghosts. Yeah, see, I just don't call them ghosts or always call them ghosts. And just don't use dryad at all. Ooh, yikes. The MC just calls them ghosts because they can pass through the forest like phase through the trees and nature. But I don't want to hog the chat talking about my story, so I'll stop. No, that's what this chat's for. You are just fine. This is the chat where you can do that, right? It's not like a reading sprint where we're trying to read or do that kind of stuff. We are time pirates. If you need help with the story, you want to just work things through, this is where we do it. So no, don't apologize for that. That's what this specific space is for. It's really annoying when people talk about their story when that's not what the we're reading books right now. I don't know why you're talking about your story, right? And you will see people do that. That's not cool. But for this is exactly where you do it. So that's what we're doing here. It's just too much world building for 5K words. You'll be surprised how much you can build in 5K words. You just have to choose those words carefully. Christina, that makes sense. And I found a few short stories that I wish were longer. Yeah, that happens too. 5K, does that include and the? Just want. Oh yeah, Christina, it includes every word because it's how long it's going to be in the print version. That's really why it's word count. Word count is how we publishers know what our final product is going to look like. That's why everything's word count. Like you say pages, like I just did when I talked about reading earlier, right? But the publishing world doesn't use pages for anything. We use word count. We can manipulate the page count, but we can't manipulate the word count. Tea leaf, as far as I'm aware, yeah, according to the built-in word counter. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Charles, back now from Hobby Lobby with only the felt. This is why I went alone. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. And whatever happens, Christina and I should not be allowed to go to Hobby Lobby together. This is what I am seeing right now. Steve, did you bring me a monkey? Haven't you always wanted a monkey? Christina, you are no fun. All the Halloween stuff, and all we got is felt. I mean, for sure. Did you at least get like orange and black felt? I mean, come on. Purple and black. And Teely's like, woo, good job, everyone. Apple tree lore is very important. Exactly. It's very important. I got 328 words written that time, and total amount of today is 561 words. Yay, Alicia. What am I at? 3. Wow, I did pretty good today. What do I got? What do I have? What do I have? I have 927 words. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see. That's when, notice I'm getting a lot more words now. That's when you know you finally have the story right? You finally got it now because the words are coming. Usually when the words won't come for me, if the words won't come, it's because I'm not doing, something is wrong. And Ren got their section of the assignment done. Yay! Thanks for the sprints. You are very welcome, Ren. Glad we could be here for you. Get this work done. Do the studying. Charles, no monkey, no fun, just felt for now. Alicia, my total word count for the short story is 2821. Ooh. By the way, 5,000 is the max. If your story ends shorter than that, no worries. Christina, I always heard of dryads as being the spirit or soul of the tree. So it can leave, but it can't go far. And if the tree is killed, it dies too. HVAC, Alicia, HVAC is just arriving now too. Perfect time. Yay, Alicia. We will see you in the morning. You are very welcome for the sprints. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Unless you come for reading sprints tonight, then we'll see you tonight. Christine, well, that was a fun discussion. Fairies and Halloween mugs, very satisfying. I agree. So, and thanks for hosting, Kelly. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you, Christine. I definitely will. And everyone, remember to do all of the awesome things Christina has on here, especially save progress. I don't know if I did that, so I will do that now. It saves automatically, but you never know exactly when it does, so I do like to do it myself as well. Laundry, I am doing laundry this week, but not right now. But I do need to do that this week. Make sure you sub and ring that bell. Absolutely 100% do it. So you will be here tomorrow to be productive with us again for more sprinty fun. Look at the spreadsheet Bible, which I have very recently gotten addicted to. Now that I noticed there were tabs underneath that had all the days on it. I don't know why I missed that this whole time. Charles says, thank you for the sprints. Yes, thank you for being here. You literally sprinted to Hobby Lobby and back too. Like you also were sprinting. Christina, exactly. That's why we are here. Well, that makes sense since books come in all sizes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We manipulate it however we need to. No, just black felt. But the shelves are black, so that was what he was supposed to get. Darn him for following orders and not being creative. I mean, you don't want to like replace that with the seasons though. This is like a one and done kind of project. Do not want to lift those shelves again. And great progress today, everyone, says Christina. And Alicia, yes, reading sprints tonight. See you then. I will see you then. Good luck with HVAC. I hope everything works great. And Tea Leaf, yes, very fun talk. And thanks for the sprints and always being here in the morning for us. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. It helps me get here and get my work done too. And remember, if anyone wants to join me, I put the link in our chat in Discord. So you can always come and join me if you need the extra motivation. And Christina, always feel free to bounce ideas off me. I love to look things up and I'm a visual person. So I see what I read. Yes. And Christina, right? Christina is not a writer, but she's an avid reader. So a lot of her opinions, they hold weight too. She knows what a good story is. She reads them all the time. But maybe nothing too gross. Hey, we're getting to Halloween. All right. Yep. And my reading sprints tonight start at 7 p.m. Central. It is my favorite thing to do is sprint the reading. I'm like, oh no. You mean for my channel, I must sit in my chair and read a book? Oh, the pain, the briar patch. It hurts so bad. So excellent. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I will catch you tonight or tomorrow morning or both. And oh, good to know. I may join you this week. I would love to have you. So the link is in there and the password. Just make sure you get the password and capital counts. But I pinned that post, so you'll see it. Excellent, excellent. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you soon. Oh, I can't cancel it from there. Hold on. I gotta do it over here. I know it's so hard, Christina. Oh no, it's just awful.